Scotty's elected to shoot instead of pass to Andy Mack, who's standing wide open.
So that excellent victory has taken Torquay up into the middle part of Division 3 alongside their Devon rivals. 2 points between Plymouth and Exeter, 2 points between Exeter and Torquay. The playoffs still a possibility for all three. Torquay United impressive winners over Brentford in September when the London club were leaders of Division 3. The Bees backed down to 6th before kick-off yesterday, but they dropped only 7 points at home all season. A tough one then for the Gulls, and Graham Sellers was on hand to see how they fared.
Woodman then, a huge clearance out of the hands. Agri just missed the defensive header, and this is Payne's shot. Oh, that wasn't too bad, was it? Well, Derek Payne just let him fly there as the ball came through to him, and Southall went down well to his left-hand side and made a good block. But it was a huge clearance by Woodman that set up the chance in the first place. Bates. This is Ija Anderson. Folan. Mann. Well, Derek Bryan's in there. This is Owusu. Southall got a touch on it, but it's in the net. It's a goal to Brentford. Well, Derek Bryan was on the edge of the 18-yard line when he threaded it through. It went through to Lloyd Owusu. He didn't seem to strike it right. Southall got a bit of a touch in it, but only took the sting and a bit of pace off the ball. Couldn't redirect it past the post. Ledbetter then with the first corner of the game. Well, they were all there at the back stick. This is Agri. Comes back to Healy. Off Thomas. Well, it's bouncing all over the place, and it's in from Healy. Torquay have equalised. Brian Healy with his first goal for the Gulls, and he couldn't have struck it any sweeter than that. There was all sorts of traffic in front of him. He got hold of the ball just as he wanted to strike it, and the keeper had no chance. 1-1. Well, they're fighting for it again, Brentford, and Owusu there was in a lot of space. Well, once the referee had got the ball replaced in the right position, Brentford wasted no time with a free kick. It found its way through to Owusu from Derek Bryan, and really should have done better. Agri. Well, McGorry peeled off, and it's left some space for Scott Partridge. Not a bad effort from Scott Partridge, either side of the keeper, and he's in trouble. Well, I think that Brian Healy just peeled away then from the defenders. He took one of them with him, and that left a little bit of space for the Gulls' top scorer, Partridge. He was smelling the 16th there. Struck it well, but straight at the keeper. Well, there's a touch on it. It's Bryan that gets the final right-footed shot. It's 2-1 to Brentford. Well, Derek Bryan really has been a bit of a thorn in Torquay's side this afternoon. Brentford with a couple of corners in quick succession. And, well, Bryan was there to crash the ball home. 2-1 to the Bees. Gavin Mann. Well, he's released Lloyd Owusu, and he's missed the target. Well, I've got to say that had goal written all over it as the ball was threaded through to Owusu, struck it left-footed. The defenders were just waiting to see whether it was past the post or into the net. Thankfully passed for the Gulls. Well, Partridge, it's right in his path. Beddoes in the centre, Herrera's arriving. The referee's awarded a penalty. Well, Mr. Keith Hill from Royston in Hertfordshire has deemed that struck the hand of the defender. The Brentford defenders are incensed. The fact is, it was a handball, and Torquay United have a chance to get back on level terms. Scott Partridge then it will be to take the spot kick. The whistle's gone. Up he steps. So it's saved by Woodman. It's still only half cleared. Herrera. Well, it's off for the corner. Well, that really was an excellent opportunity for Torquay to get back on level terms, and I'm afraid the opportunity has been squandered by Partridge. Owusu on the ball. Brian Healy just brushed him aside there. Trying to find McFarlane, those long telescopic legs stick out. McFarlane, oh yes, it's in! McFarlane has equalised for Torquay. Well, those long telescopic legs just got the better of the defenders. He let fly with the right boot, and Woodman picked the bones out of that one. 2-2. Well, Woodman choosing the left-hand side this time. He's mainly kicked central or right. And Brentford pegged back to 2-2 by Torquay. McFarlane with the goals equaliser. But this is Ryderson, and he scored! Herman Ryderson has surely given Brentford all 3 points here at Griffin Park. They've led twice. This is the third time they go into the lead, and with a couple of minutes left in stoppage time, that's surely it.
First half we matched them, we're probably the better side. Second half it was a bit even Stevens, but we scored the goals at the right time, and I think if Scotty had stuck the penalty away, I think you might have had a different result. But you know, that's football. They've scored well into stoppage time, which has happened to us a few times.
So that late heartbreak sees Torquay drop back into the bottom third of the table. No real danger, but the playoff zone does look a long way away now. Still, you never know. That's just about it for now. Selling top scorer Scott Partridge to third division rivals Brentford for £100,000. They're balancing the books well at Plainmoor. The question fans want answered: can manager Wes Saunders still strike the right balance on the field? Chester City provided the first test of life without Partridge, and in the commentary box for us, Seth Conway.
These two sides have drawn more than any other team in Division 3 this season. We might have a potential stalemate on our hands for Torquay. No Scott Partridge after that move to Brentford. They wonder where the goals may come from. Well, Andy McFarlane leads the way up front with Tony Beddoe for Torquay. They try and get some goals to replace Scott Partridge's prolific rate in the forward line for Torquay. Some good news though for Torquay as well. O'Neill Donaldson, back from injury, starts on the bench today. Ledbetter Consenter finds McFarlane. It'll open up for the big man. And just wide from Andy McFarlane. He did the hard work, ghosting through that Chester defence. And then he pulled the ball wide of goal. Mason comes short for the throw. Cleared away by Tully as far as Flitcroft. Now Priest. Asks a bit of Ross Davidson, but he keeps it in. Consenter for Beckett, and it's 1-0. That's a brilliant cross from Ross Davidson, and an even better header from Luke Beckett to make it Torquay 0, Chester 1. We've played 11 minutes. Ross Davidson centred, and there was Beckett in plenty of space to get his second goal of the season, planting it firmly past Neville Southall. Chris Ledbetter will take the free kick. Palmed away by Cutler as far as Thomas, and off the line by Crosby. Was an excellent stop on the line by the Chester City captain. Didn't know too much about it as Wayne Thomas fired it in, but he did enough to deflect the ball away. McGorry. Won it bravely. Beddoe's with him. Here's Tony Beddoe! Saved by the feet of Cutler. And really, Tony Beddoe should have scored from there. Might have wanted the ball a touch earlier from McGorry, but when he did get it, tried to direct it into the corner. But Cutler came to Chester's rescue. In comes the corner, away by Priest. He manages to get 2 headers onto the ball. Now McFarlane. His long angle legs and turn back in from Jamie Robinson. And Cutler saves again. Chester failed to get the ball clear, and it was Jamie Robinson who ultimately got his feet on the ball, but he couldn't lift it over Cutler in that Chester goal. But crosses. Donaldson clashes with Cutler, who will fall for McGorry. And how didn't he put the ball into the net? It was almost as if Brian McGorry was waiting for the referee's whistle to blow for a foul on Cutler. It never came, and neither did the finish from McGorry. Back out to Flitcroft. Can centre, and there's the header, and there's the second goal. Torquay were too busy looking for the offside flag that never came, and Alsford, he just concentrated on putting his header beyond Neville Southall. Now Thomas to Aston. Can pick out Cross, and he finishes to make it Torquay United 0, Chester City 3, and it's everything that Chester have deserved in this game. Torquay didn't take their chances, Chester have, and they've got the deserved victory.
3 very bad goals to concede, 2 headers, cross balls, second one may have been off, I don't know, but I think it was a fine line. It was a bad defending, really.
Would it be the kind of thing that the chances weren't taken really for Torquay, and that's what it came down to the end of the day?
That's right, Andy Mack had a chance early on, you know, maybe if that's gone in, it's put a different complexion on the game. I thought after a poor first half by us, I thought 15-20 minutes into the second half we did create a few chances, and maybe if you nick one there, but the second goal really killed us off.
Torquay 4 off the bottom after that defeat, but still a 9-point gap to relegation favourites Scarborough. Well, that's it for this week, that the playoffs are realistically out of reach for Torquay, but with new signing Paul Harris in the side, there was still plenty to play for against Swansea. Our commentator, Graham Lloyd.
Not really the sort of pitch that John Hollins would like his Swansea team to play on, but they've got to make do with it. Shot by Leadbitter. The first shot on goal by Leadbitter. Greg was down past the post. Appleby trying to find Watkin. Agri with the clearance. McFarlane, good turn. Trying to find Harris. There goes Watkin. He's onside. Great opportunity here for Steve Watkin. Over Southall it goes. It hits the bar! Oh, goodness me. Swansea within an inch of taking the lead in the 20th minute. Steve Watkin found himself all alone, nobody keeping watch on him. He spotted Neville Southall off his line. Southall was helpless, the bar in the way. And this is Casey, he's got a lovely stride about him. Wonderful run by Casey, the cross is a good one. Watkin must score! Oh, great save by Southall. And Leadbitter clears the ball away. What a fantastic start to this second half. And Steve Watkin can't believe it. Fine run there by Casey. He looked up. There was the pass. Watkin, he did it a little, but he made space, and then it was down to Southall. That was a fantastic save. Good header by Bound. There's Alsop. And Watkin through to Casey. This could be the... Oh, another save by Neville Southall. Alsop was on the floor there as Casey went through. Neville Southall's legs in the way. Lovely pass through by Steve Watkin. Ryan Casey took it well, held off the defender. It's Cusack. Square is O'Leary. Chip forward for Appleby, if he can control it and shoot. Oh, wonderful save by Southall. In just the right position there, Neville Southall to save Torquay's bacon again. Well, how does he keep doing it? Chris O'Leary spotted Richard Appleby. He controlled the ball well, made space for the shot, and just when you thought that's on its way, there's Southall. Fantastic stuff from the old man. Route one from the touchline. Headed on by Cusack. Appleby! Oh, goodness me! That was oh so close. 5 minutes of injury time gone. It nearly paid off the long throw. It was Cusac's header. It fell to Appleby, and that was so close.
I've got no danger staying up. We'll get up. I've no doubts about that. I don't think there's only one club goes down. I mean, the way we set our stall out today after 2 defeats was good. But up until then, we'd hardly been beaten anyway. We'd drawn too many games. If we'd have won 2 or 3 more games, we'd have been looking at promotion. So we got get carried away because you're down the bottom. There's a lot of good things happening at Torquay United Football Club, and we've got a real good manager, real good coach, and hopefully things are on the up and up for Torquay.
So there we are. Torquay 4 off the bottom with 37 points.
To play more for Torquay against Halifax, Seth Conway's the commentator.
Comes the corner. Away by Butler as far as Hapgood. And another chance to deliver with Chris Ledbetter. It's a better one. Thomas will get it back. And there's Jamie Robinson to score his first goal this season for Torquay United. Comes the corner from Ledbetter. It's a vicious one for Martin. And Jimmy Agri and Wayne Thomas very close, extending Torquay United's lead. And Halifax still haven't got the danger away as Ledbetter crosses again. And there's Donaldson, and it's 2-0. And it's O'Neill Donaldson's first goal for Torquay United. Tommy hits it forward. And for Donaldson. And a touch back. Sells a little short for Martin, and Badeau is able to close it down. Here's Kevin Hill, and it's 3-0. Torquay United must surely have wrapped this game up. Looking for the run ahead of him, which comes from Tony Badeau, but Stoneman, it's a header as far as Satori. Sells it short though to Ledbetter. He can find Tony Badeau, and Badeau can find the net, albeit of a deflection from James Stansfield. Tony Badeau smiles. It's all smiles at Playmore. Torquay United 4, Halifax Town 0.
Argyle and Torquay United drawing 0-0.
Yes, honours even in this, the final Devon derby of the season, but Torquay United will be much happier with the 0-0 scoreline than Plymouth Argyle. They defended resolutely throughout a game which never really looked like living up to expectations. Argyle had much the better of things throughout, but they found clear-cut chances hard to come by. And when they did create opportunities, Torquay's veteran goalkeeper Neville Southall was generally on hand to deny them. He produced a string of excellent saves, culminating in a superb one-handed effort to keep out a Paul Gibbs free kick. A frustrating night for Argyle then, but Torquay United will be pleased with the way their depleted side hung on for the point. It finished Plymouth Argyle 0, Torquay United 0. Martin Dean at Home Park for West Country.
FA Vars. Well, it's been a pretty good week for Torquay. That brilliant 4-0 win over Halifax, followed by a midweek draw at Plymouth. The playoffs probably out of reach now, but Wes Saunders still aiming for mid-table security and respectability. Yesterday, they made the trip into South Wales, and Graham Lloyd was on hand for the match against Cardiff.
O'Sullivan to Hill, Carpenter alongside, Hill chipping the ball in, and this time Southall takes it very cleanly. Eckhart leaving the ball to Bedeau, great chance here for Torquay, and that's the opening goal. Big mistake there by Jeff Eckhart. He left the ball and Tony Bedeau crept in. 34 minutes gone. Cardiff City caught on the break. Tony Beddoes' 6th goal of the season. Jeff Eckhart thought that John Horwood was there. He wasn't. Beddoe was. Lovely little chip. It's Cardiff City 0, Torquay United 1. There would be no better time for Jason Bowen to score his first goal for Cardiff City than now. They desperately need it. O'Sullivan. Scott Young losing out to Agri. Hill, yes! Wonderful goal by Danny Hill. Right out of the top drawer, his 2nd goal of the season. And what a cracker that was. minutes after Torquay had taken the lead, O'Sullivan's chip eventually ended up on the edge of the area. What a strike! Neville Southall completely helpless. That's got to be the goal of the season so far here at Ninian Park. Beautifully struck by Hill. Fantastic stuff, 1-1. Cardiff wasting no time. Allworth hammers the ball downfield, trying to find Bowen. Good flick on to Nugent, and a great chance for Fowler. And this could be Cardiff's second goal. It is! That's a wonderful goal. Right out of the top drawer by Jason Fowler. The build-up was good, the finish was superb. 13 minutes of the second half gone. It all came from this little layoff by Kevin Nugent. Jason Fowler controlled the ball well, skipped past Thomas. Herrera couldn't get to him. Neither could Neville Southall. 2-1 to Cardiff. Jason Fowler, a real star here at Ninian Park. Goal number 6. And what a well-taken one it was. So 18 minutes of the second half gone. 2-1 to Cardiff. Nichols with the free kick for Torquay. It should be Hallworth's, and it is. And it's a great take, but a very poor kick. The pressure straight back on Cardiff. McGorry. There's Beddoe, and there's a goal. And that is very, very bad defending. What is John Hallworth doing? A yellow card there for John Hallworth. I'm not quite sure what he's protesting about. McGorry looked up, he saw Beddoe and made the run. Beautiful cross, fine header. It's hard to believe, but there it is. Tony Beddoe with his second goal of the match, 2-2.
For the first one, Tony Beddoe was kept running when their defence stopped. The keeper was hesitant, and he's finished very well, chipping it over him. Second half, we worked it well wide, a good cross in, and Tony's finished very well. I mean, I thought if we could always get at their back three, we always looked like we'd cause some problems with Tony's pace, and Paul Harries worked very hard. I thought we could have even done better, you know, attacking situations than we did. But going on from that, when we've been away from home of recent, we haven't created much, but there's been a lot to take from today's game.
Good game. No real danger for Torquay down at the bottom. Realistically, they're looking for mid-table security as the season draws to a close. Well, still to come, the best of Scarborough did battle in the playoffs last season. This time around, they're both desperate for points at the other end of the table. The highlights now with Seth Conway.
Coming from the Gorry. Now Herrera. He tried to step the pace up, and Platts was caught by Russell, fairly so. The ball come through. Eventually for Tate. Roberts spins away. Tate, though, still got plenty of work to do. And Thomas misses it. And Darren Roberts will wonder how he hasn't scored. No wonder he holds his head. It came to him. Thomas made the mistake. He got some studs onto it. He clipped the post and went wide. And really should have scored. Now Herrera. Scarborough quite happy for Torquay to play in front of them, but gets a little bit more dangerous when it opens up like that. And Tony Parks had to be at his best. A wealth of experience from Tony Parks, and he needed all of that as Healy shaped to shoot and curled the ball a little higher. Keeper may have been in trouble, but he did well. Here's Harries. Holds the ball up well, Paul Harries. Delivers not a bad cross, and Brian Healy has missed a gilt-edged opportunity. It all came from the good work from Paul Harries, able to whip in that cross with his left foot, and Healy, well, he met it too square. Just needs to get a flick instead. Now Herrera. Platts have the chance to feed Healy and take it back again. And was he taken? The referee decided no. Well, Michael McNaughton was adjudged to have made the perfect tackle. Torquay's followers didn't think he did. The referee, reasonably well placed, made the decision in favour of the defence. Torquay supporters raising their voices at the lack of progress forward. They might get something here though. But oh, it'll fall for McGorry. Charged down by McNaughty. Now O'Neill Donaldson. And Parks has lost out to Healy. And that is an amazing clearance from Jamie Hoyland as Wayne Thomas looked to come in from Brian Healy's cross. Hoyland somehow got to it and turned away what would have been a certain goal. Russell's making a commanding run through the middle. Here is Matt Russell. Steve Brodie waits in the middle. It's going to come to Brodie. A better header, and Southall may have been tested. Scarborough fans are happy. Well, it's a little bit cold for that, sir. In comes the corner. Away by Agri as far as Brodie. Oh, it's a great goal from Steve Brodie. He waited for it to come and volleyed it past Neville Southall. A fantastic finish. With 10 minutes to go, he may have won this game for Scarborough. It's Torquay 0, Scarborough 1. That's throw to Ledbetter. Come across to Steve Tully. Hasn't got a bad shot on him, Steve Tully, if he can find the angle. It'll be a pass instead, though, to Healy. Beddoes come away in some space on the right. Here is Beddoe. There's Donaldson. And now Thomas. And will it cross the line? No, Scarborough have kept it out again. Danger still not away. In fact, the flag's gone up for offside, but a real goal-mouth scramble. Wayne Thomas was in there, so was O'Neill Donaldson, Brian Healy too. But they couldn't get the ball over the line. Some desperate defending from the Scarborough men.
Today we came out and I thought we were very, very flat from the first whistle to the last whistle. And we've had a chat about it afterwards, and I think it's all down to mentality. You know, you've got to work for everything you get in this game, and I think there was 11 players on the park. Some of them put it in, and some of them maybe were wanting a bit.
Well, not a good day then for Torquay, but the cushion at the bottom still looks fairly healthy. Can't afford too many slip-ups though. Well, that's it for now. An action replay, of course, in Torquay United reversed this week, with manager Wes Saunders able to invest some of the cash on striker Effian Williams. He also tied up Mark Platts on a 2-year contract and brought Gary Neal and Lee Russell in on loan. A positive new atmosphere then for the game against fellow strugglers Hartlepool. Martin Dean on hand to see if it would bring the right result.
Well, rumour has it that it wasn't so much a team talk, more a series of introductions in the dressing room just now. Torquay United include 5 new signings in their 14-man squad. Much of the attention inevitably will be focused on the number 10, who is Effian Williams. Cost the club a record £70,000 and getting his first touch in a Torquay United shirt now. The fans will be eager to see if he can reproduce the sort of prolific goal-scoring form that he's shown for Barry Town in the Welsh League. And now Platts. Looking to get the cross in. And that's headed away for the corner. Came off Darren Knowles. And McGorry to curl the ball in towards the back post. Holland got a fist to it. It's off the line by Beardsley. Well, it looked as if it may have been Effian Williams who got the touch then. Well, the opportunity for Torquay United. Holland coming for the ball. It was a neatly curled in corner from Brian McGorry. And plenty of big men around him, and in the end it was the veteran Peter Beardsley just hooking it away off the goal line. And they're getting it forward, little chest off from Donaldson. Now McGorry looking to get the shot in, straight into the arms of Holland. Some good positive stuff at the start of this game from Torquay. Beardsley. Nice little ball over the top. Paul Stevenson in pursuit. Herrera going with him. Stevenson looking to get round Herrera. He's done that. Cross towards the back post. Baker was in there with the header. And Southall positive as always. Getting there just ahead of Ian Clark. Well, there's no doubt that he's given a certain stability to the Torquay defence since he arrived, Neville Southall, and it's just the simple things like that which tends to rub off on defenders, coming and claiming the ball very positively. Strada has come forward. He may well be the target man for McKinnon. Didn't quite get to him. Stevenson will pick up the pieces. Now Beardsley. Good tackling back from Sim. Header away by Russell. And now Sim looking to bring it forward. Get away from his man this time. Williams has taken up a position on the far post. Sim. Some neat skills. Still in possession. He's gone a long way. Can he get the cross in now? McGorry with the header. And the turn in has come from Afian Williams. He came here with a reputation for scoring goals freely.